What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a late Friday night video number 2 on your 2 for Friday. I'm right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. As always, thank you for hit that subscribe button down in my pants in the description box below on this channel and my other channels as well. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. You have to be real. If you're not real, get out of here. Get out. Off my channel, get off my dick, and just get on with your life. But if you're real, then follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just type in Peter Gilmore. You'll find me somewhere. Twitter and Instagram will be down below. But anyway, share the video all over the internet, and most importantly, tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's these bitches, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, you missed it. That's all I gotta say about that. But if you want to stay up to date with me, you gotta hit that bell first of all, or go to my channels and go to my videos page if I do a regular video like I did my first video on my Metal Guide channel. The link to the video will be down below in the description box below. Or if I do a live video like I'm doing right now, then you go to the live section on my channel and the latest video will be right there. So you can't miss a thing. Even though Susan fucked up everything once again. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, my back. But it is what it is. So that's all you gotta do. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment or 2 or 3, hit the bell, and follow me on social media, and that's all you gotta do. When it's your first time watching, you're just skimming through YouTube, you see me, and you like my content, you like the review, you like what I gotta say about Raw, Smackdown, AEW, Dynamite, Rampage, pay-per-views, or anything else, and you like the content, then leave a like and leave a comment if you wish. Hit that subscribe button on my channels, and then move on from there. That's all you gotta do. But don't forget to hit that bell. It's there for a reason, supposedly. But it is what it is. Alright, let's get to the point, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so on video number 2 on this very warm, here in the Northeast area, was 66 degrees at 1:10 in the morning. Jesus Christ. It isn't even freaking summer right now. It's November well, as of this video, November the 12th, 2022. So, happy Saturday to you, wherever you may be. So, on this late Friday night, November the 11th, 2022, or if you're watching now from the replay, November the 12th, 2022, it is time for your late night WWE Smackdown and AEW Rampage review for November the 11th, 2022. That's all I guess about that. Hope you had a great day, and if you didn't, well, fuck you, man. I had a pretty good day besides, the freaking remnants of Hurricane Nicole coming in. We had a monsoon here around 4 o'clock, lasted about an hour. And then it was on and off rain, and that's pretty much it. But anyway, hope you had a great day, and if not, well, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, let's get to SmackDown. We had a pretty good SmackDown tonight, as we're getting closer and closer to the Survivor Series War Games, as Regal would say. Regal! Would say. And we already know the women's War Games match. We don't know all the participants yet. We still got a couple to go on Team Bayley needs 1 more person, and Team Bianca needs 2 more women, but I think we know who those women could be, which will probably be Candice LeRae and a mystery partner. And on Dakota's team, probably be Rhea Ripley, and then I would think Mia Yim would be on Team Bianca. But then again, we don't know yet. We'll find out on Monday Night Raw this Monday night from Louisville, Kentucky. But we'll see what happens with that. But tonight, we actually got a tease for the men's War Games match. And I think you know who it was going to be. Besides the bloodline being the most common answer, but we got that. But a big night of action. We got the undisputed, undefeated tag team championships of the world being defended by the Usos, taking on the New Day. And it was day 481 at the time of the Usos' long reign as champions, facing the New Day, who were the longest reigning champions in WWE history at 483. So the Usos win. By Sunday, they will tie the New Day, and this Monday night, if they win tonight, be the longest reigning champions in WWE history at 484. But we'll get to that in just a second. And we also had some other things. We had the start of the Smackdown World Cup, which I felt like it was the best in the world tournament, with Shane McMahon won at Crown Jewel like a couple years ago. Dumb. And the winner gets to face Walter at the Survivor Series, or maybe after the Survivor Series. I don't know when this stupid tournament's supposed to finish. But we had that. We had a re-debut of the Viking Raiders and the return of Sarah Logan, who looked like Maxie Impaler from Ring of Honor. Or just an extra out of Marilyn Manson's videos. Just saying. But other than that, pretty decent show. And then Rampage was not so good, Al. But I digress. So let's get to SmackDown right away. Don't want to get too long, this video. And the chat room is wide open if you're subscribed for 2 weeks. If not, then get out of here. No, you can. If you're not subscribed for 2 weeks, you can't talk to me. But sorry. Not because I'm a pussy and I get a lot of it, but just don't want trolls invading my chat. And that's all I gotta say. Alright, so SmackDown came your way live from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Shithole in America. And our commentary team, as always, until Pat McAfee comes back in January, Michael Cole, or Mitchell Cole, and our good friend, Bad News Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. And if you think that's a cringe impression, I'd like to see you try it. But you can't. But it is what it is. If you try, you think you do it better than me, you really can't. Just saying, it's a proven fact. Alright, so we're just under about 2 weeks away from the Survivor Series on November the 26th. Actually, of this recording, 2 weeks away from the Survivor Series. Last of the big 4 pay-per-views. And the last pay-per-view of the year for the main roster. We got Deadline for NXT on December the 10th to finish the year off for NXT. And then after that, we go to the Royal Rumble at the end of January. Alright, so this is the SmackDown Aftermath show from Crown Full 4. And let's get into it. Alright, so we start off with a recap of the Tribal Chief, Mr. Roman Reigns, the Universal Heavyweight Undisputed Champion of the world at 800, as of this recording, 804 days. The guy is amazing. The guy is the chief. I mean, if you don't acknowledge Roman, there is something fucking wrong with you. He's not the GOAT of all GOATs, like The Undertaker is, but he is the GOAT right now of professional wrestling. Not even Kenny Omega can say that. No, I like Kenny. I mean, I like Kenny in the Bucks, but man, I don't think we'll ever see someone like this in AEW. Ever. But then you never know, but only AEW's been around for like, what, 4 years. Well, 4 years. Officially 4 years, 3 years of Dynamite. It's going on about to hit year 4. On year 4, I think. Well, whatever it is. But anyway, so we had, we're going to hear from Roman later. So we see Roman retain the world title over that bitch Logan Paul, sending him back to Instagram and in a hospital bed with a fucked up leg. Good. Stay at home with your fucking whores. And your fucking ugly, stupid brother, Jake Paul, who can't fight. You can't fight either. But you got a good performance at the Royal Rumble at Crown Jewel. Big fucking whoop. 45,000 people watched that video of you diving off the top on the Roman through the announce table. 45,000 people. Whoop-de-goddamn do! You still lost. You still didn't knock out the tribal chief. Even though people said that he did. We didn't knock him out. Who won the match? Just saying. Anyway. So we start off with that. Then we get the pyro. And then we get a new theme. I didn't even know what the theme was. I wasn't listening. I thought it was... Someone on Twitter was like, what the hell happened to the theme? I guess I have to watch the replay. So I thought they kept with AC/DC's Are You Ready? I didn't even notice they changed it. Or maybe they shortened it. I don't know. But that'd be stupid if they shortened it. Really, they should go back to some great themes like back in the Attitude Era. Like To Be Loved by Papa Roach or even Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People for Smackdown. But now that Hunter's back and not back, but now that Hunter's in control with Stephanie, hi Steph. Now Hunter's in control, he's gonna bring back all those good themes you all know and love. He's actually what I read today that he's bringing back some old school WWF pay-per-views with an 80s feel. Like that. I like that. Maybe we'll see like Armageddon with an 80s feel. I kind of feel weird, but okay. But I like it. I'll just bring back the past. Gotta love it. There's some things you do right there, Hunter, but sometimes, especially with the Austin Theory situation, not so good, Al. That was a bad business decision. Why did you have Austin fucking Theory cash in on the U.S. goddamn title? That's the worst cash-in the history of cash-ins. At least let him cash in on Roman and lose in dignity. But now you just basically ruined his goddamn career. I don't know how Austin Theory is going to survive this now. Guy is 20... How old is Austin Theory? 24? 25? Not the same guy that used to be the Evolve champion and have epic matches with Johnny Gargano. They want to reform the way. Why? If Austin Theory is going to be a douchebag, I think he should go back to NXT and get some more seasoning and let him be a star in NXT. Maybe he will beat Braun Breaker for the title, not Von Wagner or JD McDonough or even what's his name? Ilya Dragunov. They all lost to him, the Braun. Why don't you bring back freaking Austin Theory? He got teased when he had the Money Bank briefcase. Why don't you just let him cash in on Braun? What he got to lose? He loses in dignity. Or he wins the belt and shocks the world. But what did you do, Hunter? You fucked his career up! You fucking moron! Bad business decision. Bad! And you wonder why I have a love-hate relationship with this company. If Tony Khan did that, I would really be pissed. But, Tony Khan's been smoking that crack, so maybe he would do that, Cocaine. But I digress. Alright, so start off with Pyro and a semi-new theme. Then we get to our first match of the night. We start off with a banger of a match. For the undisputed tag team titles, we have the New Day of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston! As they take on the Usos. Put your ones up, because like the prophecy, we are the fucking ones. They are the ones too. And all you motherfuckers don't believe in the prophecy and the bloodline. You're all a bunch of number twos, and you're fucking jealous. That's all I gotta say. Alright, so this match was a banger. of a match. So the Usos come by themselves. Then we see Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, in his nice-looking dressing room with, "My name is Paul Heyman," and the enforcer, Solo Sikoa. No Sami Zayn because he's dealing with a personal problem. What that is, I don't know. I'm not getting into it. Maybe he's having a problem with Generico. I don't know. No, they're two different people, right? Maybe he has a problem with Generico stealing the orphans at the orphanage in Mexico. Or maybe he's stealing tacos at the Taco Bell station. I don't know. That's not racist, but I'm just saying. I love Mexican people. I don't like Mexican food that much, but I love Mexican people. And you know who is Mexican. But I digress. Anyway, now she's gonna come out and kick my ass. Not now, but later. Because she's we just had a night. As always with you. Anyway, we start off with Jey Uso with his hand all taped up, still selling that wrist injury. He went for an MRI. I think they said he's okay. He can still wrestle, obviously. So then he's fighting Xavier Woods. They stand down each other a little bit. You know, their feud way back in the day. Great matches, especially that Hell in a Cell match a few years ago. Just wish Big E was a part of this whole thing. But he's still rehabbing his neck. I don't know when he's coming back, if at all. If he does, I'm not going to go on a limb. I would say SummerSlam next year. Or maybe he makes an appearance at Mania, but we'll see. So anyway, Xavier Woods grabs a basic headlock. And then we hear about the history between the teams, if you didn't know about that. So Kofi Kingston springs one in with a crossbody for a near fall on Jay. Jimmy comes right back in with a right hand to face. Then all four men are in the ring. Kofi hits a trust fall on the outside on both of the Usos. He's all fired up. No, don't come to me. Something like that. Go to break. We come back. Jay hits a suicide dive, sends Kofi into the barricade. Then, for his troubles, gets sent into it again. Ow. And the fans chanting, "We want Sammy," really loud. Well, Sammy's got a personal problem. What do you expect? Come on. Give him some space. But anyway. So we slow it down. The match slows down a little bit. Kofi gets sent into the corner. So the Usos are working on Kofi. Tag Team Wrestling 101. They set up a wishbone leg split. Hey, it's not Thanksgiving yet. Anyway, a middle rope drop kick gets Kofi out of trouble. Jay gets kicked away, only for Jimmy to pull Xavier Woods off the apron. Textbook Tag Team Wrestling 101. Keep the fresh guy out. Alright, then Jimmy hits the pop-up neck breaker. Actually, Jay hits that. I'm sorry. He gets the near fall on that. We go to another break. This match lasts like 30 minutes, minus the time for the stupid commercials. We come back. Kofi fights out of a basic 1905 chinlock. Finally gets the hot tag to Xavier Woods. And he cleans house. Kofi comes back, hits a splash. And then then Xavier Woods gets a pretty nice top rope leg drop for a near fall. Then Kofi comes back, hits the drop on Jimmy. But during that time, before when Jimmy's off the ropes, Jay made the blind tag. Kofi's like, okay, I saw that. Hits the SOS. I missed that freaking theme for a near fall. And then the New Day start getting pissed. We can't get the win here. Xavier Woods comes in. He gets super kicked by both of the Usos. They go up top. And it's time to fly for the Superfly splash. And then they're ready to hit the 1D. But that gets broken up by Kofi as he pulls, I think it was Jay to the outside. They hit the midnight hour on Jay on the floor. And the crowd was getting fired up. They thought that we're going to get new tag team champions. The Bloodline storyline was going to be over. Not really, because they have to beat Roman. that the reign was gonna end. They will keep their 483-day reign. But, and there's a but, and it stinks. They go back in, a tornado DDT to Jimmy. Beautiful tornado DDT by Xavier. They set up for the midnight hour. They hit it again on Jimmy, but Jay makes the save at 2.999999989. But anyway, then the four of them get up. Then they stare at each other. And then they start beating the fucking shit out of each other. That was nice. And then Xavier Woods gets sent to the outside. And then super kicked over the barricade. So goodbye to Xavier Woods, which leaves Kofi to be put up top. He tries to go old school, not like the Undertaker, old school, with a double Naga Knocker, 1985. Then he tries for I don't know who he's going for, a super double Hurricane Rana. I don't know what he's going for, but he lands right into the 1D. That was crazy sick. And the Usos retain the titles, and this Monday night on Raw, they will become the new official record-holding tag team champions of the world. Put your motherfucking ones up for the Usos. They're the greatest tag team of all, well, not of all sports, space and time. Right now they are. Not as better than the Bucks, but just saying. Anyway, so they're the greatest tag team in the WWE right now. 482 days out of this recording. And they continue on as champs until otherwise said so. But the way they're going, I think the next possible freaking opponent could be the Viking Raiders, the new look Viking Raiders, but the Usos already beat those jerks. But I'm thinking in the next couple of months, we're going to see the eventual disintegration of the whole Sami Zayn thing. I think that's going to end. People are saying it's going to end at the Elimination Chamber in Montreal when the Usos turn on Sami, or Roman just turns on Sami. But I really don't want to see Sami Zayn and Roman at Mania. That don't just like that. Nah. If you want to do WrestleMania, they're thinking about Roman versus The Rock. And we all know Roman's going to smash, stack, pin that pretty boy Rock. That bitch. Go back to doing Young Rock Season 4, asshole. And that's pretty much it. But I do see the storyline with Sami disintegrating at probably another Montreal screw job. You know, it's been like 26, almost 27 years now. At least I might be wrong on that. But we could get another Montreal screw job with Sami Zayn in his hometown. By the Usos or by Roman. That's going to get nuclear heat. I'll tell you that right now. But we might get a preview of that. I'll get to that in a little bit. But this match, phenomenally great. 4 out of 5 stars. Just good stuff. And the Usos, there's no stopping the Usos and the Bloodline right now. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, then we go right to the back. We see Roman, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa. Roman kind of looks pleased. You never know with Roman these days. Kind of looks pleased. I mean, Paul's like ecstatic. Solo's just sitting like... Leave me alone. You know? Kind of feels like, what's her name? Who was that chick in TNA that used to hang with Gail Kim? I can't think of her name. But used to hang up... I forgot her name. I can't think of the name off the top of my goddamn head. But she used to hang out with Gail Kim, and she just did this the whole time. What you looking at, you Japanese bitch? You know? But that, I mean, that's how, like, Solo Sikoa just looks. He just looks mean. Like you don't want to fuck with that guy. Because he's the enforcer. I mean, come on. I wouldn't want to fuck with Solo Sikoa. Or Roman, for that matter. But, just me. Alright, so we see that. So the Usos then shows respect to the New Day, which I thought was nice. You know, passing up the torch, maybe, I don't know, but it was good. We saw that. All right, so we go to break. We come back. We're in Roman's locker room. The Usos are in. They're like, yeah, like we did it, Roman, yeah. And Roman's like, now it feels good to be the GOATs of the tag team division. Now you know what God mode is all about. So Roman's like, but we got some business to attend to at the end of the show. So I'm going to go out there and have a special moment with the crowd. And he tells the Usos and Solo to be there for that. And, of course, Paul Heyman as well. So Jimmy and Jay are like, we got you, Usos. So we'll see that at the end of the show. We'll move on from there. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we go back to the ring with the start of the Smackdown World Cup. I think they did this because it's on Fox, and the World Cup is going to be on Fox. And I think this weekend is because when Paul Heyman was doing his promo, he said like the UK is facing the US in the first round of the stupid World Cup. Boring. I think it's UK versus Wales. Just give me Italy versus Brazil in the finals. I'll be happy. And Italy will win like they did in 2006. I haven't won it since 2006. Not in the office pool like I was a few years ago. I was in an office pool. I had Brazil or Germany in the finals, and I had one of my bosses had I think she had Brazil, and I lost. Fuck! But I still got a lot of money. Bonus. Love it. That was back in the day, not now, but way back in the day. But I digress. All right, so we have an 8-person tournament on SmackDown, and the winner of this stupid tournament gets that stupid trophy. It looks like the best in the world trophy from Crown Jewel, I think 1 or 2. And they get that, and they get a shot at Walter and his Intercontinental title. So why do you have to give them a goddamn trophy? This whole tournament, Braun Strowman's in it. So I'm like, okay, Braun's in it. Most likely going to win it. It's not going to be a great match, but I'd like to see it. Braun Strowman versus Walter. Big, beefy men slapping meat in that ring. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But we start off with Shinsuke Nakamura against Santos Escobar, who comes out with Legado del Fantasma of Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza and the very sexy Selena Vega. No longer, well, she's still kind of technically Queen Selena until the King and Queen of the Ring tournament happens, that pay-per-view, which could be in Saudi Arabia in May. Well, so technically she's still the queen, but she'll not the crown like Xavier Woods didn't have the crown because Jimmy Uso smashed it. Oh, well. What are you going to do? All right, so Selena Vega was looking fine. Damn you, Tommy End. Damn it! That should have been me. Speaking of Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode is coming back. Bobby Roode! He's coming back to SmackDown, and then they're thinking about freaking breaking up the Dirty Dogs, because Dolph is obviously on Raw. And they're thinking about maybe pushing Bobby Roode as a singles competitor, maybe going after the Intercontinental title, maybe the World title, but, he's going to lose to Roman. But maybe SmackDown would be glorious once again. But we'll see. And that's it. All right. So we move on from that. But like I said, Selena Vega. One hot, nice piece of Queens, New York H. Oh, man. She was looking fine. All right, so they start off by running the ropes a little bit. I know how to do that. Until Shinsuke knocks Santos outside, so we go to break. Then he does like, come on! Stuff. We come back. Santos works on the knee, and until Shinsuke manages a kick to head. Then the sliding German suplex of doom drops Santos again, but Santos comes back with a non-magistral kind of pin for a near fall. But Shinsuke comes right back with a middle rope knee for a near fall of his own. Then the reverse German suplex exploder, whatever you want to call it, drops Santos again. Shinsuke tries to go for Kinslasher, but all the members of Legado were around. Raul Mendoza, Joaquin Wilde, and the lovely Selena Vega. They stopped him. Santos then catches Shinsuke on top as they go back in, and he hits a super Phantom Driver. Damn. 1, 2, 3. Santos Escobar goes on to the second round or the semifinals. This is 8-man tournament, semifinals. I don't know who he's going to face because they never have a bracket. But we'll see what happens with that. And who his next opponent will probably be either next week or the week after that. That's that. So Santos picks up the win, and I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we move on from there. So Santos gets the win. Didn't win them all there, Shinsuke. He's still one of my favorite wrestlers coming out of Japan next to Okada and Tanahashi, of course. Let me move on. All right, then we get a Veterans Day video because, as of this video, it was yesterday was Veterans Day. So once again, to most of the veterans, thank you for your service. That's pretty much it. America. And we got tribute to the troops coming up. I don't know when that is, but probably sometime in December. Not that I'm going to watch that. Anyway, so we move on. All right, then we go to the back with Megan Moore on, and her guest, our good friend, yours and mine, not LA Knight. His name is Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That, my friends, is just a fact of life. Yeah, dummy. So, Eli, let me talk to you. So, he's kind of mad about not being in the World Cup tournament. And then the video screen behind him starts flickering with the Wyatt 6 logo. And, Mega Moran's just, kind of freaked out by it for a while. And then Eli's like, what the hell are you looking at? Then he sees it. He's like, what the hell is this? Why is this happening to me? I'm LA Knight. I'm Eli Drake. You know, what? Blah, blah, blah. He turns back around. Bray Wyatt's right there. I was like, oh, shit. So Bray says, now that we've been formally introduced, hi, I'm Bray Wyatt. We can be friends now. Creepy friends. So Bray says, my entire life, I've been told that my rage will make a monster out of him. Kind of reminds me of myself. But for the longest time, I pretended to not be proud of the things that I do. Eli's like, I don't care about you or, where you came from. Just go back to your romper room of puppets and shit like that. Get out of here. So Bray is all pissy and drops him with one freaking headbutt. Very vicious headbutt. And then basically he left. He's got forces in his head. They come to me, they counsel me, they come to me. So basically Bray's got the Randy Orton treatment in his head going on now. I don't know, but anyway. So it looks like that's going to be Bray Wyatt's first opponent back in the ring after about a year or so. Sucks to be you there, Eli Drake. Oh, well. So we'll see what happens with that as we move on with that. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on from it. All right, then we go to the six-pack challenge for the women. The winner of this faces Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship at the Survivor Series. So we have Liv Morgan, that crazy woman from New Jersey. Classic, well, not even classy anymore. Just jobber Lacey Evans. Another jobber, Xia Li, even though she has a smoking hot ass. Sonya Deville, Shotzi Blackheart, and Raquel Rodriguez. We caliente. Bronze kick. Alright, so we see a shot. This is for a shot at Ronda's title at the Survivor Series. One fall to a finish. This match was meh, not great, but we had a humongous botch. And you know which one I'm talking about. So all 6 women brawl to start. Lacey blacks Xia Li with a woman's right. Won the match right then and there, but she only got 2. As Sonya Deville made a save with a running knee shot. Liv makes her own save and sends Sonya to the outside. And Liv starts grabbing the steps. They didn't say a hardcore match. Anyway, Sonya gets back up, sends Liv face first into the steps. Ow. Which leaves the other 4 to fight inside the ring. Raquel hits a delayed superplex to Xia Li as Sonya Deville runs back in to try to steal the pinfall, but obviously did not get the pin. We go to break, we come back. Liv hits a middle rope drop kick on Xia Li, and so it's basically going on fire. Some running back splashes in the corner. Sonya comes back in, sends Liv to the outside, tries to steal a pin on Raquel. That didn't work. Xia Li then kicks Lacey down. Raquel hits Xia with a Tahana bomb. Well, it's really the Chicana bomb, but it is what it is. And then Sonya and Raquel take turns trying to get the pin. That doesn't work. And then I think it was Raquel goes to the outside, takes out a table, and it's table time! Just because. So Raquel's trying to put Sonya Deville through the table. I think she was on the steps. And then out of nowhere, Liv kind of dives off the barricade, and it was a really messed up spot, and Liv hit her face right on the edge of the freaking table. Oh! She could have really fucked her face up. Imagine the table would have broke on that, but it did not break. I am the table! So Liv, Sonya, and Raquel are down in a heap. But somehow they finish the match. The fans are chanting for the table to break. Good luck there, Marks. So we go back in. Shotzi hits Never Wake Up on Lacey Evans, and she basically did not wake up. 1, 2, 3. Shotzi Blackheart gets the win and will face Ronda Rousey at the Survivor Series. Didn't we see this match on Smackdown and they both looked horrible in the ring? They had no chemistry. Why are we running this back again? I would have been fine with Liv versus Ronda 4, but or even Raquel versus Ronda would have been at least decent. But now we're gonna get Ronda just basically wiping the floor with Shotzi Blackheart at the Survivor Series on probably like a 5 to 10 minute suckfest. Shows you how much the women's division on SmackDown sucks, and pretty much the Raw division too, in a way. But it is what it is. So we got that. So match was I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. All right. So after break, we see Shotzi in the back with her tank. And then Tennille Dashwood comes up to her, Emma. She comes up and offers congratulations. Then she asks Shotzi, "Have you seen Madcap Moss lately?" Didn't you know that's your boy toy? I think. Is that your boyfriend? How can you not know where he is? Maybe he's banging another chick behind your back. We don't know. Anyway. So, Shotzi's like, "Oh, you got a thing for Madcap Moss? Ooh." Then we do the yes boys. Okay. So, Emma was like, "Okay, I'll go find him now. He's probably in catering, eating a big, juicy, beefy steak with Titus and those other jerk-offs." So anyway, Shayna Baszler comes up. Uh-oh. And basically tells Shotzi, you have no chance in hell. Sorry, Vince. That you're going to beat Ronda Rousey and win the Smackdown Women's Championship at the Survivor Series. Shotzi's like, I'm not worried about it. It's like, Ronda's never met somebody like me. I'm like, you forgot the first match you had? Anyway, Ronda just pops up out of nowhere from behind, causes a distraction, and Shayna Baszler chokes the living crap out of her, and basically that's it. So, the two-woman power trip, I guess you can call them that, once again, causes havoc and lays another woman out. I mean, last week we saw Shayna obliterate Natalya's nose, dislocated her nose, blood gushing out of her nose. She had surgery to fix her nose, put it back in alignment. Oof. This is the Shayna Baszler I wanted so bad. But why did you make her look like a fool and then team her up with freaking Natalya at one point? Then that bitch, my whole Jax, gave him the women's tag team titles twice. And both ways weren't even that good, to be honest with you. Should have gave Shayna the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 36, and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now, probably. But they wanted to go with Becky because Becky was on a roll. And then after WrestleMania 36, Shayna went... Then kind of went... Then kind of fell into obscurity a little bit. Now she's back with Ronda, and I thought that when Ronda won the belt, that Shayna was gonna either turn on her, and we're gonna see that at the Survivor Series, but no, obviously not. So my little comment that got like 250 likes, by the way, thank you very much. I didn't like it 250 times. You can't prove that either. So my little theory that Shayna versus Ronda was gonna happen at the Survivor Series did not come to fruition, obviously, but there's still hope. I'm still hoping, actually now I'm hoping that it happens at WrestleMania. I just don't want to be like a year later. Like I was like, oh, we're finally getting at SummerSlam 2023 in the fight pit. That'd be nice. But we'll see what happens when we get there. All right, so they lay out Shotzi, and I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we have the lovely Kayla Braxton in all black. Yes. She's with Ricochet. He's got Mustafa Ali next week in the first round of the tournament. Guess who wins that? He says, I know what it takes. I know what it takes to beat Ali. So we got that. And then in Imperium, they come in. I think it was Gunther or Walter. And I think it was Marcel Barthel. I was like, where the hell is Fabian Aichner? Maybe I missed him. But anyway, they come in and start mocking Ricochet for even thinking that he's going to win the tournament and get a match with Walter. First one didn't work out so well. So Walter hopes Ricochet can win so I can beat you again. Really, you should have just done a Shane Douglas. You sucked then, and you're going to suck again. Or suck now. And then after I beat you a second time, you can suck my ass. It's on the franchise. Triple threat, motherfuckers. There you go. I miss that Shane Douglas, man. He still is Shane Douglas if you meet him at like conventions and stuff. He'll talk about the triple threat with Candido and Bam Bam Bigelow. Two great men, God rest their mighty souls. But he's usually there with Francine, who is another doll. I mean, come on. I love Francine. Francine's got her own YouTube channel, and she does certain live. I think she does some live streams. Yeah, she does. She did a live stream the other day with Mickey James. That was pretty damn nice. And I was in the chat and I said, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Two legends, Francine and Mickey James. Well, Mickey's going to have not at the moment, but she's going to have some free time to herself because Nick Aldis is basically in deep shit Really, him, the NWA, and Billy Corgan are in deep shit right now. What happened the other day with Nick Aldis? They suspended him because Nick Aldis didn't really want to restructure his contract. He wanted to maybe go somewhere else. And Billy's like, well, we don't really want to do that. And you handle it kind of, it was handled all really bad. So Nick Aldis was suspended by the NWA. And then he just left, and then Billy Corgan said, well, you're suspended. How does that work? If he left, and then he gets suspended? Makes no sense. So, Nick Aldis is now about to be a free agent. He can go anywhere, goddamn place he wants. I would think maybe a reunion in Impact. Maybe we can call him Magnus again. Maybe one more run with the Impact World title. Just this time you want to have Dixie Carter next to him. And, Drake Maverick, well, Rockstar Spudlove, or even EC3 next to him to help him out winning the title. That whole 2016, 17-ish? It was 16 when they had that Dixieland match with Jeff Hardy. Ugh. That was a bad match. It was the stupid freaking starts in the cage, then you have to win by climbing the ladder and then getting the freaking title. That makes no fucking sense. Impact was weird back in the day. Those years. Mary Dixie almost destroyed her, not even her company, which she was part owner with Jeff Jarrett. Those bad years of TNA, I thought it was done, and then somehow a good friend Billy Corgan saved her. And then Billy Corgan couldn't even pay for Impact, Pyro and all that shit. And then Anthem Sports, which now owns Impact, has been saving them for the last, 5, almost going on 6 years now? But more Dixie Carter in wrestling. Bye! Thank the Lord for that. We don't need Dixie Carter back in wrestling. Stephanie McMahon is a better... could run the better company than Dixie Carter. She's doing it right now. She's the freaking, basically the chairwoman of the board. Maybe you should have learned from Stephanie there, Dixie. Your company wouldn't have sucked so much from 2012-ish, 2013 to about 2016. No wonder Impact, everybody wanted Impact to die, and almost did. But I digress. All right, we move on. All right, so we got Gunther telling Ricochet, I hope you win, but I'm going to beat you again. So we'll see what happens next week in Ricochet's match with Mustafa Ali. I think he's going to win and move on. But I think this tournament is Braun Strowman's to win. I think he'll win the tournament and then lose to Gunther probably on a random Smackdown. And we get that. Speaking of Braun Strowman, we get a video package. Oh, by the way, I gave that Ricochet Kayla segment, I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to a video about Braun Strowman. How about those flippy-dippity-doo guys there, Braun? Shut your mouth next time. Anyway, I'd like to see you do a flippy-dippity-doo. Or when these guys face you, and they start hitting flippy-dippity-doo moves on you, and you fall down like a big fucking tree. Oh my god, that was great! None of the people that like the Young Bucks or like people that do high-flying moves from the past, the present, and possibly the future are gonna really shit on you every day of your goddamn life because you said that shit. Shut up! That's it. Alright, so we had a video about Braun Strowman beating Nomos at Crown Jewel in a meaningless, garbage-filled match. It went too long. So then Braun's in our next SmackDown World Cup qualifying match. And basically he squashes Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Maharaja. Modern-day Maharaja of catering, you mean? Basically, Mahal promised to win the match before he's on the outside. I'm the Maharaja, and I'm going to win. Yeah, win what? What are you going to win there, Jinder? A year's supply of Titus O'Neil steaks from catering? Wash that down with some water or Pepsi. Maybe you need Pepsi there, Ginger, because you know when you drink Pepsi, you make the ghost go, "Oh shit!" And maybe you actually be a winner. When you drink Pepsi, you're a winner. But if not, then just drink milk and catering, I guess. I don't know. Fuck, man. Anyway, Braun basically wipes the floor with him, hits the Braun Express on the outside, brings it back in, beats the schmuck with a powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. Under 2 minutes, suck fest. I went to the bathroom, came back, the match was over. Oh, boring as fuck, because I gave it a big, old, fat zero. Good. Dud or a NR, no rating. So there you go. So Braun advances. I don't even care who he faces next. I really don't care. He's winning. He's basically won this tournament. But then again, he might not. People saying he might not, but we'll see. All right, then we go to what was supposed to be another women's match at the, guess what? The 9:30 Death Slot. So we had B-Fab of Hit Row with Top Dollar, who's not better than anybody, and Ashanti the Adonis. They come out, hey, money. They take on, she takes on Selena Vega, continuing the Hit Row Legato feud. So they're about to fight. You know, Selena's on the top rope, lucky top rope, with her legs. Like, I mean, she has amazing legs. Good lord. Not as great as somebody I know, but she has amazing legs too. But I digress. So they're about to fight, and then we get some like weird red lights going off and fire going off. I'm like, Kane's coming back? No, it wasn't Kane. It was the Viking. Where we saw Sarah Logan, or looked like Sarah Logan, by the entranceway, and then out from nowhere, the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar come out, beat the fuck out of both teams, lay them out, and then Sarah Logan comes out, basically looking like Max the Impaler, but less fat. Sorry, I had to be real. Now Max the Impaler is gonna probably be in my DMs and like, what'd you say? Sorry. What, you want me to be like Scott Steiner? She's fat! You son of a bitch! He's fucking fat! I'll make her bleed! Easy there, Scott. Easy. Tear! He's fat! Anyway. So, yeah, Sarah Logan comes out, beats the fuck out of B-Fab. And Selena Vega's like, I'm out here. She went off into the crowd. And basically, the Viking Raiders and Sarah Logan beat the fuck out of Legato and the rest of the shit row. And that's it, really showing their dominance. So the brand new vicious Viking Raiders, I guess you can call them, and the new and improved return of Sarah Logan are back, and they're mean business right now. And we'll see what happens with them next week. But yeah, I mean, Sarah Logan kind of looked like a less fat version of Max the Impaler from Ring of Honor. Or just an extra out of a early, I would say, the Antichrist Superstar into the Dope Show days of Marilyn Manson. Maybe she was an extra in one of those videos. The way that she had her face paint on. Ugh. Creepy. And we move on. So I gave just that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, then we get a look at Roman Reigns once again beating that bitch Logan Paul again at Crown Full 4. That. All right, then it's time for the last segment of the night, Roman's special moment. So he comes out with the Usos. It's time for Roman's great entrance. Put up your ones because the tribal chief is here. We must acknowledge him, and if you don't acknowledge him, fuck you. Anyway, yeah, I'm on Roman Reigns' mark. You don't like it? Too bad. Anyway, so Roman comes out, he's mean mugging the camera, he's like kind of making you know who, the Demon Diva, really wet in her panties. Ooh, boy. Anyway, so my name is Paul Heyman, gets on the mic first, usually, Roman does his usual shtick. Indianapolis, acknowledge me. So, they do what they do, they're told. And then Paul Heyman gets on the mic, talks about being on the private jet. It wasn't Vince's private jet. With Roman on the way to this hellhole, and the fans like, ooh, no, it's not a hellhole. And then Paul's like, Indianapolis, that's not so easy. That's not very oozy of you. Well, is Indianapolis an oozy kind of town? Yeah, a lot of you people are not feeling oozy lately, especially here on YouTube. Yeah, I'll be one to admit I haven't been feeling very oozy lately. But you know, gotta roll with the punches like Diamond David Lee Roth, about to boozy up. You know, used to say. I roll with the punches and I get to what's real. And some of you people on this website, like, well, I'll be one to admit I'm not real, but I'm an honest, real person. But I digress. Anyway, because you motherfuckers, some of you are not real and you just... Anyway, so Paul talks about all the great sports rivalries that play on Fox. Talks about the Packers and the Cowboys this weekend. Nice plug. What about the Niners and the Chargers this Sunday night? Oh, that's right. They're not on NBC. Of course, Fox never plays the goddamn Niners half the time. Bastards, even for a good game. Like they should have done last week, or like maybe a week or two ago, against the Rams. Did you do that? No. You played the fucking Giants. It was a nationally televised game. Regional coverage. Fuck regional coverage. Put that fucking shit on fucking the NFL Network. If you have America's game, you put America's game on. I don't care who it is. With the Niners and the Seacocks, or the Niners and the Giants, you put that shit on. Don't put the fucking Giants in a garbage game against the Seacocks. They wasn't even that good. And the Giants couldn't even do the fucking Niners a solid and win that goddamn game. Fuck the Giants, man. Fuck the New York Giants. I hope they go on a humongously long losing streak now. Sorry, Vic DiBitetto. Guess who's coming to the Niners pretty damn soon? Odell Beckham Jr. He's coming to the Niners. It could be any day now. That Niners offense is going to be lethal. Not Jay Lethal, but lethal. And they're going to go on a nice run, possibly to the NFC West title, or at least to the playoffs. And they're going to do damage. Brady, bye-bye. Go back to go retire and be with some other whore. Get out of here, Brady. Even though Brady wants to come to San Fran. No, get out of here. We don't want you. I don't want him. I'd rather have Jimmy than that overrated, overhyped bitch whose balls are still deflated, right there, Giselle Bundchen? That's why you divorced him, because his balls have been deflated for like the last 10 years? Fuck Brady, man. Fuck him. He's not even a GOAT. He's not the GOAT. Not even Peyton Manning's the GOAT. You want a GOAT? That's Joe fucking Montana. Or even Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, I said it. Colin fucking Kaepernick is better than Tom Brady. Print that. Clip that. I dare you. You can't debate me on that either. I mean, you could, but wouldn't matter. But I digress. So anyway, let's move on. All right, so he does that. Then he talks about the United States versus UK in the World Cup that nobody will care about. He's like, well, I don't even know where this comparison comes from. And he says, you have the Usos versus the New Day. And Heyman's like, I can't even keep a straight face because that isn't a rivalry at all. Actually, it was there, Paul. So anyway, Roman gets the mic back, talks about how difficult it is to be his cousins. And he thought this moment would never come. So he goes, Jimmy, Jay, I thought he was gonna say, I acknowledge you, or something like that. Then we hear the music of the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Butch. They come out, and it's Fight Night! But, so Ridge Holland's like, we're not gonna face you 4-on-2. We got some backup, and then out comes Sheamus Fella! Man, that was a pretty quick honeymoon there, Sheamus, huh? Did you lay down that shell lady with your hot smoking wife? You lucky bastard. So big ups to Sheamus and his wife. Anyway, so Sheamus comes out, even though his mic malfunctioned. And then Roman's like, you can't even get your mic to work! Ownage! Ha ha! So they get in the ring, 4-on-3 basically. Roman's just standing there like, what are we doing much? And then he beats the fuck out of Butch. So they got a 4-on-3 beatdown. And then Drew McIntyre comes out to even the odds. So here you go. Here comes your War Games tease. So Drew comes out. He fights off the Usos. He gets into a slugging match with Solo Sikoa. Then he starts going at Roman a little bit. Sheamus comes back up for a slug out with Roman. And then basically a humongous brawl ends the show. And I think Drew and the Brawling Brutes and Butch clear the ring of the Bloodline. And there you go. So right there is your tease for the men's War Games match at the Survivor Series. Team Bloodline versus Team Drew. I don't know who's going to be the leader of that. So you got the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Butch, and Ridge Holland with Drew McIntyre and a mystery partner, or a fifth person, which will probably be Kevin Owens, taking on the Bloodline with Roman, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn. So there it is, right there and there. You don't even have to watch SmackDown or Raw next week to figure that out. And that's probably gonna be the seeds that are gonna be planted for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to eventually come back, reunite as Steenerico, and take on the Usos. If not at the Elimination Chamber, probably at WrestleMania, and they will win the unified tag team titles, ending the Usos' reign at a little over 500 days. It's November, December, January, February, March. It's 4 months. So it's 120 more days. Almost at 600 days. Possibly. So the Usos won't hold a full 2 years, but they'll get pretty, not even that close, but like I said, probably lose it at WrestleMania to Sami and Kevin. I think the Bloodline storyline will be pretty much over. Well, for the Usos. I don't know about Roman, but I think Roman's storyline probably will never end until somebody, maybe Bray Wyatt, hopefully not Cody Rhodes, beats Roman. Probably won't happen until maybe King of the Ring in May of next year. Or he might go on full calendar year, 3 years as champ. Because in a couple of months, he'll be hitting 1,000. He's at 804 now. So you add 120, about 120, 130-ish maybe. So by the time WrestleMania comes around, yeah, because it's November, December, January, February, March, and then it's 3.5, 4 months. If he doesn't lose it at the Royal Rumble and he doesn't lose it at the Elimination Chamber, and he goes to WrestleMania, he'll be really close to around 1,000 days as champ. Going into WrestleMania, probably beats whoever is going to be his opponent at WrestleMania. Will probably be The Rock, if not Bray Wyatt or Cody. Win that. Go on to the May pay-per-view, which will be either the King and Queen of the Ring, or whatever the name is. That pay-per-view is going to be Saudi Arabia, and then maybe June, whatever the June pay-per-view will be, maybe Payback, or I don't know what that's going to be. I really think if he doesn't lose it at WrestleMania, I think he probably will finally lose it either on his 3-year anniversary of holding that goddamn belt, which would be after after SummerSlam and going into maybe Clash of the Castle 2, if they do that. But I think they said they were going to do it next year, but I just don't know when when Roman's reign, no pun intended, is going to end, and I think it's going to end sometime in the spring or late summer, maybe early fall of 2023. So really close to 3 years, so hold that goddamn belt. And we'll have to acknowledge it, and if you don't, too bad. But when he does lose it, it's going to be a very, very, very sad day for all of us. That's it. All right, so there's War Games for you, and a pretty good way to end the show. And I gave the show 6.5 out of 10 stars. So that's SmackDown for your Friday night, and we'll see what happens next week on SmackDown Live from wherever they're going to be. All right, let's quickly go to AEW Rampage. As this is the pre-go-home show, because next week is the official go-home show that's going to be live at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. And already got one match on that show, and that's Eddie Kingston and Ortiz teaming up against I don't know why I had my sound on. Stupid notifications. But anyway, so it's gonna be Eddie Kingston and Ortiz taking on Konosuke Takeshita and I forgot the other guy's name. Artemi from Japan. I think his name is Artumi or Artemi, something like that. But that should be a pretty damn good match. I like to see that. I haven't seen Takeshita in a while. I haven't really seen the other guy. I don't even know who this guy is. I watch Japan religiously, but I've never seen him before. Maybe he's not from New Japan. I think he's from DDT. But I'm really not familiar with DDT that much, except for Kenny and Kota Ibushi days. But not really big fan of DDT. But the DDT move, we all know enough. So we get that. So that's the one of the matches you'll see on live Rampage next week. And that'll be, I think, the last live Rampage of this month, because Black Friday, it's not live either because it's Thanksgiving weekend. So, and we'll see what happens with that. All right. So nothing really big on the show. This show is kind of bleh. And that's it. All right, so our commentary team from the Agaris Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. We got the man behind the mask once again, Excalibur, the very evil and very legendary Tony Baloney Schiavone, and good old JR Jim Ross, back down barbecue sauce, so cold. And we move on with that. We start off with Christian, and he comes out with his right-hand man, Luchasaurus. They go down to the ring, and we're supposed to get a face-to-face between them and Jungle Man Jack Perry. So Christian's kind of baffled and appalled by the fact that Jungle Boy has a challenge for them, but they won't really know until he comes out. So they call him out, and on cue, Jungle Man Jack Perry comes out. And Christian reminds him how they have already humiliated him before, and they'll do it again. So Jungle Boy reminds them how they cost him two of his most important matches in his AEW career thus far. I think that was the world title, and then another, I think, a tag title match when they lost the belts, I think. Anyway, they cost him his friendships, wasted 3 years of his life with basically the big man, Luchasaurus, his best friend in the whole wide world. So he tells Luchasaurus that, I want you one more match. One more time at Full Gear, but not in just any ordinary match there, big man. I want you in a steel cage, brother. So there you go. So fans are all hyped. We're going to get a steel cage match at the pay-per-view. So Christian tells Jungle Boy that maybe you are not the pillar of AEW that you used to be anymore, contrary to the hype. And says maybe it's my right-hand man, Luchasaurus. That's the true hype machine. So Christian accepts the challenge on Luchasaurus' behalf. He says that Luchasaurus, once we're done with you, all you will have left is your good looks. Then he starts mocking Luke Perry. Oh, God rest his mighty soul. Starts mocking his dad, saying that Luke Perry would be all looks but no. And then Christian is kind of interrupted by my hands being put around his neck, saying, "You ain't gonna say that shit." And then Luchasaurus attacks him. Then Jungle Boy gets chokeslammed on top of a steel chair. Ow! As we end the segment. And that's pretty much it. So I give that first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens at Full Gear in the cage, if you will. If you will. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go backstage with Lexi Nair. Lexi Nair sounds like a freaking nail Palmolive-like thing. Anyway, Lexi is backstage with Death Triangle. We got that bastard Pac, Ray Phoenix, and our good friend Pentagon Zero Miedo. No fear. Like I have. No fear. Anyway. So they're there. They talk with Alex Abrahantes as well. They're talking to her. And Pac wants Ray Phoenix and Pentagon to be smart. You know, you're not here with the All-Atlantic title. You're not here with the world title. We got to be smart in defending these. He goes like, he has the ring bell hammer, and he starts hammering the belt with it. He's like, you got to be smart when we defend these trios titles. And we need to take advantage of every opportunity that comes our way. And we need to defend ourselves by any means necessary. So, maybe don't mention the Bucks in that whole thing, but I mean, we'll have to see what happens Wednesday night from Connecticut. I don't think it's Ungersville. I think it's Bridgeport, Connecticut. So we'll see what happens on Wednesday night. I don't think the Bucks will show up that night. They will be showing up next Saturday night in the Prudential Center. How? Don't know, but they're saying they're going to have like a Bray Wyatt-like comeback. So maybe they appear at the end of the show like Bray did at Extreme Rules. Maybe they'll come out a door with a light. And they go, "We're here." But we'll see what happens with that when we get there. All right, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, officially we get to our first match of the night. Another first round match in the right side of the bracket for the number 1 contendership to the world title. The Full Gear number 1 contenders tournament. We have Dante Martin of Top Flight taking on the Machine, Brian Cage, who comes out with good friend Prince Nana of the Embassy. Because the Prince Nana, of course. Anyway, it was a pretty good match. Kind of went back and forth. Dante using his speed to try to beat the bigger, stronger Brian Cage. But early on, Brian Cage was whipping the living bejesus out of him. Cage catches Dante in a tilt-a-whirl slam for a near fall. Then Dante's head's rammed into the turnbuckle a few times. Cage then looks for the F5. Dante counters in mid-air for a DDT. That was pretty nice. He starts firing off some elbow shots to the face of Brian Cage. He looks for a hammer throw, but that ain't gonna work. Cage is too big for that. Dante uses his speed instead to connect with a diving crossbody for basically a no count, or maybe a half count. Dante tries to leap up the ropes, but Brian Cage stops him. He charges at Dante, misses, and crashes right into the canvas. Dante then plants him with a diving crossbody, follows that up with a big splash on the big man, who comes back in the ring. Who's back in the ring. Dante tries looking for another pin attempt, but Cage kept kicking out. Dante gets Cage in a step-up insecurity, goes for a 450 and missed. As Cage gets him with the discus lariat, goes for the cover. Dante somehow kicks out. Then he kicks out again. That really did not sit well with Mr. Prince Nana. So Cage picks him up, connects with the Weapon X. No. He thinks he's the Sloverine. Or the Wolverine. He thinks he's Wolverine, but he changed his name to like the Swolverine. I'd like to see you fight an actual Wolverine there, dude. But I digress. Anyway, so Brian Cage advances into the tournament. He will face Ricky Starks and Lance Archer, which was supposed to be tonight, but since Ricky Starks was not made cleared after the beatdown on Dynamite, that match will be next week on the program. I think it's on Wednesday because I can't do it Friday, because then if that happens, then I think they're going to do a triple threat match for the #1 contender. I guess. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. But match itself, it was 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go backstage once again. Lexi is backstage, this time with Stokely Hathaway and a member of the firm, Lee Moriarty. So Lee feels he's ready for some title shot opportunities. So it's like I don't care what belt it is, I want a title shot. Says I'm going to take on any newcomers. I'm like, that's a bad idea. So as he's about finishing that sentence, we send for the man. Finally, where have you been? Eating your Doritos? Doritos, Mikey? You eating those Doritos there, Hook? Get in here. So Hook shows up with the FTW title, looks at Lee Moriarty, then he's like, just bring it. So it looks like in the future we're gonna, or maybe at Full Gear, or maybe doing a pre-show, we'll get a FTW World Title match between Hook and Lee Moriarty, and I think Hook is going to wipe the floor with him and remain undefeated with a really nothing belt. Because the FTW title shouldn't even be recognized by AEW or wrestling itself. It's just Taz's own version of the world title. But whatever. Alright, so that 3 to 5 stars. Alright, then we see a new vignette for the House of Black. We have Julia Hart looking amazingly hot. And these we see like Brody King getting buried alive. We see Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews he's in like this big freaking thing and he gets like sent down the river or something like that. Where they just put him in the river and he sinks to the bottom, and I think Malachi was burnt alive. Creepy. So this is basically a tease of the rebirth of Malachi Black and Brody King and Buddy Murphy. So they've all been cleansed and reborn. Maybe they should come out to Stone Sour's hit song "Reborn" from their second album. That's good shit. But they won't. It's a good song, but, you know. So we're going to get the new and improved, reborn House of Black coming back to AEW. I don't know when. But yeah, you can put them in the Trios tournament. Trios title picture. But we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Pretty damn good. Alright, match number 2. Another match in the #1 contender tournament. Former Ring of Honor champions going at it. This felt like circa 2021. We had Bruce taking on Bandito. And Bruce had Jose Jalapeno Alesic at ringside. Well, Jose the assistant at ringside. So we get that. And blah, 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 blah. Great match, back and forth match. Bandito connects with the Eddie Guerrero, hey, frog splash. Why are you doing that, Benno? I don't know, Eddie. He's Mexican like you. I know, but I'm Latino Heat. Why is he doing it? I don't know. Then he does another move of yours, Eddie. Three Amigos. But why does it not do it better than me, Benno? He's a pendejo. He's a gringo. What do you want to do? It's Lucha Libre, Telemundo, Canavisión, Excelente. You know, I was in Lucha Libre once. You was? I don't remember that. Were you on Canavisión or Univision? I don't know. It's some stupid channel in Mexico. Like 10 o'clock at night. Then it probably was on Canavisión. Anyway, so he hits that. Rush stops him. Delivers a series of big-time chops and a spinning elbow, then a cocky cover. with his boot on his chest. Bandito kicks out anyway. Then they keep going at it for a while. We get near the, I believe it's near the end of the match. Roosh connects with a body splash, followed by a power driver for a near fall. And then Jose tries throwing the chair in the ring. And then I think it was Aubrey Edwards gets distracted because she tries to throw the freaking chair out. Jose goes behind her and is on the other side of the ring. He tries to take the mask off of Bandito. That ain't gonna work. Because then out comes Johnny Hungee, John Silver from the Dark Order. He comes out and he basically knocks Jose the fuck out. While inside the ring, Bandito fixes his mask a little bit. Comes from behind Rouge with a really weird looking, pretty inventive schoolboy. 1, 2, 3, Bandito pins Rouge and goes on to the next round where he will face Ethan Page in the semifinals. That will happen on Wednesday night on the program. And move on. Wasn't as good as their Ring of Honor matches, especially for the world title, but not that bad. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. After that, we get footage of Renee Paquette and Claudio Castagnoli talking in the back. Jake Hager, weed! The people. He comes in, talks some shit, says, hey, remember when we were a tag team back in the day? You know, the Real Americans with Dutch Mantel? You remember him? So Jake tells Claudio to think about being a superstar again, and maybe think about the two of them picking up where they left off. Yeah, why don't you bring? Hey, Tony Khan, why don't you bring Dutch Mantel into the picture? Maybe reform the Real Americans, just under a different name, of course. And they could maybe recreate We the People, but in Jake Hager's case, Weed the People, because we all know he did weed back in the day, and he got in trouble for that. And we move on from there. All right, so we got that. So it looks like a Jake Hager Claudio match, maybe on next week's Rampage. Well, we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Match number 3, the Native Beast and the self-proclaimed TBS Women's Champion. She takes on New York's own Kayla Sparks. I'm sorry, I love you, Kayla. You know, you've been in Creator Pro and Wrestle Pro. I think you should have took the night off. But, you know, Tony gave you $500 to get squashed by Nyla Rose in 40 goddamn seconds. Comes out, splashes her, picks her up. She's about to hit the Beast Bomb. She transitions into Jaded. Mocking Jade Cargill. She gets the win. I really didn't give a rating out of this because it was just monotonous 40 seconds wasted. So we wasted 40 minutes of our life watching this. So she gets the win, and then afterwards, Kiera Hogan and Layla Gray, the baddies, come out with Jade. Because she told Nyla she was going to be on Rampage. They all come out, and Jade makes a beeline for Nyla. Nyla takes out Kiera and Layla with ease. Jade gets in a nice pump kick to the face of Nyla. Then she leaves the ring, grabs the TBS title, and leaves as security and referees come out to separate that Jade and her baddies from Nyla and Marina Shafir and Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me! This is so freaking fake. How do they give Nyla the belt? Then they have Jade with Orange Cassidy at, I believe it's the New Jersey Devils game, on a Zamboni, and she has the TBS title on her, around her shoulder. Are we supposed to forget that Nyla stole the belt? How did she get it back? I don't know. This feud feels fake. It just comes off really bad. I mean, it looks they have no women's division. It just shows you how bad the women's division is. Even with Paige there. Sad. We get that, and we move on from there. Just a hype there's match at Full Gear, which we all know Jade's gonna go 41-0, or 42-0, whatever her record is now. And we move on. All right, before we get to the main event, we find out what's gonna happen this this week on Dynamite. So we got the Ring of Honor title competitors. We got Chris Jericho, the Ocho, the Wizard, and Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, taking on Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson. Yes! In a tag team match player. We're going to hear from MJF. That's going to be good. And Jon Moxley. Also going to hear from both of them. We're going to have a new music video for the Acclaim called Hand in Hand. Should be interesting. Toni Storm is defending the AEW Women's title against Ali the Bunny. I think the winner gets I think if Ali wins, she gets a future title shot. You know she ain't gonna win. What else we got on the show? More of the tournament, of course. I think we have a few we got Renee Young doing a segment with Paige by herself, and then Tony Baloney doing a segment with his basically his new girlfriend, Britt Baker, DMD, baby. So all that and more this Wednesday night from Bridgeport, Connecticut on Dynamite. And we'll snaps with that. All right, then we get Bismarck Henry doing his pre-match promo with Orange Cassidy, who's flanked by the best friends. Give me a hug. Trent and Chucky T, along with Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you.
Mr. Danhausen, very evil, very evil. Very dangerous, very evil, like Peter Gilmore, be very evil.
So we have, he's with them, and then we have Lee Johnson, who's with QT Marshall, not Cole Carter, and Nick Camarado, who's not even Captain Caveman again. He's just like the pimp version of Captain Caveman. There ever was a pimp version of Captain Caveman. So anyway, they do their talk, QT says that Lee is not back, he's not with the factory. He was the first graduate of the factory, blah, blah, blah. So they make fun, Lee makes fun of Mr. Danhausen, and Mr. Danhausen's like, I'm gonna step on you and eat you! Or something like that. And then, Orange Cassidy's like, settle down there, dude. So then they finish up the promos. Orange Cassidy doesn't really talk. He pulls a microphone out of his jacket, and he's about to do Bismarck Henry's line, and Mark Henry's like, no, stop! And then Mark Henry does his usual shit. I think we've heard enough talk. It's time for the main event. All right, so main event time for the All-Atlantic title. Orange Cassidy taking on Lee Johnson with most of the factory there. Best friends are there too with Mr. Danhausen. It was a pretty meh match. Obviously you know who's gonna win. Nice little move by Cassidy. Does a spinning corkscrew, takes out Lee Johnson and other members of the factory. He connects with a diving crossbody, tries to look for a DDT, but gets a blue thunder bomb by Lee Johnson. And as always, when somebody hits the blue thunder bomb, like Sami Zayn, they always get two. Nick Camarado tries attacking Orange Cassidy, but that doesn't work, as Trent Beretta hits a spear on the outside on Nick Camarado. Chucky T crashes into QT Marshall Not with a dive off the ropes. Inside the ring, OC tries looking for the Orange Crush, but gets rolled up into a pin for a near. Lee comes off the ropes, delivers a thrust kick. Curry doesn't touch the Orange Cassidy, who connects with the beach break. 1, 2, 3. And he retains the All-Atlantic title, and this is his record. I think this is a record for AEW, 75th win. And basically in 4 years that he's been in AEW, 75 wins. That is a lot for a guy that has a mid-card title. I guess you can call the All-Atlantic title a mid-card title. Even though the TNT title is like the Intercontinental title, so the All-Atlantic is like, well, I don't know. But for a guy that has 75 wins, he finally wins a goddamn belt. not a major title, but still 75 wins. I want a title if I had 75 wins in my career. But my eFed career, I had like, I don't even remember how many I have, but first night I was actually in an eFed and won the world title. This is how much I'm great. But that's way back in 2005, 2006 when I was in the BWF. Then I transitioned to the XWF. I was in different promotions, bouncing around from like 2006 to 2009. I was in SVO. I'm still friends with the owner, by the way. He wants me to come back, but I'm like, no, I'm retired. Also, the remnants. I was. What was the other one I was in? I think the AWF, and then I transitioned to the former XWF with John Brown. Used to own that crappy federation. Good guy though, but still, Then he had to leave the company, and then it got taken over by assholes. And then I left. Then the WGWF formed. That really went nowhere because the owner was a, you know what? That I won't say. I left there, even though they say I got banned. Then I was out for a while. I went to a few minor league eFeds, and then good old Shane Carver, my good friend Shane Carver, said, hey, actually John Brown came back and said, hey, Peter, you want to come back to the XWF? I'm like, well, is it still run by those two idiots? He said, no, it's not run by those two guys. They're still there, but, it's like, as long as they're not running it, I'm fine. So I came back. I had a new GM, Shane Carver, my good friend Shane Carver, even though he's in wacko. And, came back, and I was supposed to fight two ninjas, and I lose to two fucking ninjas. So I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm gonna lose to two schmucks. A freaking legend, come on. When I left, I was a two-time hard champion, trios champion, longest running trios champion, I might add, tag team champion, like 4 times over, and I lose to two schmucks like that. But then, my first year back, I wasn't really, I was bouncing around wins and everything. But eventually, I got into the Lethal Lottery tournament, got to the finals, and lost. But I made a good run. I had a good run in that tournament. And then from there, I think that was 2013, I believe. And then going into 2014, I was on a red hot roll. And then eventually, over the last few years, I was bouncing around with titles here and there. I won the hard title 2 more times. Won the Extreme title like 13 more times. Officially 16-time. 14-time Extreme champion in that federation. 4-time hard champion. 3-time trios champion. 7-time tag team champion. And finally won the big one, even though it was really handed to me by that guy named Scully. No, not that Scully from that show. I won the XWF Universal title out of spite because people wanted that guy to freaking lose. No, they didn't really like that guy, so I was like, oh, let's put him against Peter Gilmore. It was like, actually, let Peter Gilmore win something, So they gave me the Universal title. I held it for about a month. I got shafted in an elimination chamber match, and then I tried to get it back, couldn't get it back. I won the King of the Ring. Really, the King of the XWF, even though that was given to me, but those great people there. Some of them were great, some of them were not so great out. But I had a good time in the XWF, and then I got royally fucked at the end of 2020 when I wanted to take some time off and come back in 2021 with a fresh slate, just because I was trying to fix myself. And they was like, oh, fuck you, Pete Gilmore, leave. And then I just got into a major war of words with a couple of the people there, and I basically told them how I felt. It's like, fuck you, and oh yeah, fuck you. Never went back to the XWF. I tried to go back into a new XWF with Shane Carver and company. That didn't really get off the ground. And then I was like, you know what? I'm done e-fedding. I'm done. I'm done in the eFed world. I'd love to come back, but I have time, but I just don't really have much time to devote to eFed at the moment right now. I don't. I would love to come back to some type of eFed, but not the XWF, because the XWF right now is shit. Used to be one of the top eFeds in the eFed world. There was an actual list, the top eFeds, and XWF was like number 2, number 3, number 4 back in the day. But right now, I'm retired. I'm retiring from the world of eFedding and art role-playing, stuff like that. I mean, I don't devote a lot of my time anymore to writing, but when I was in the eFed, especially XWF, we did role plays. We did actual like promos. We typed out our own promos, which we never did video promos like I used to do back on YouTube with Call of Honor, COH, and another Fed that I was in on YouTube. Actually, I was CWS back in the day, and then another Fed when I was in the Mean Street Mafia. Good, that was good shit back in the day. United States title, tag title, almost won the global title. With Marco Rose! Back in the day. I miss that guy. Marco Rose and that other guy that used to hang out with him. Don't talk to those two guys anymore. Not that no, I don't hang out with them. I just don't really talk to them. I mean, one guy's still on Facebook. I don't really talk to him that much because I let him do what he's got to do. I don't know what Marco Rose, I think, owns his own promotion now. His actual wrestling promotion now. I don't know what happened to him. But, back in the day, yeah. Some good shit back in the day now. Well, we gotta move on, and it's 2023 almost, Can't relive the past, gotta move to the future. Oh, did I say that actually verbally? Forget about the past, move on to the future. Some of you. Just saying. Anyway, we move on from there. Alright, so Orange Cassidy picks up the win. His 75th fucking win in AEW. Retains the All-Atlantic title. Then they do the best friends hug, and then they pull back with the Okada pullback camera thing. Then they beat up the rest of the factory, and then Cole Carter's in the ring by himself, and I'm like, uh-oh. Then they're all about to go for the hug, and then they stop, and they smack Cole Carter around and lay him out. Reason why would you pull back in that situation? It made no sense. They were about to hug him and then pull back again, and then they kind of did go for the hug and they knocked him in the head or something like that. I'm like, and they pulled back. I'm like, what? Okay. So that ends a really mid Rampage, and I gave Rampage 6 out of 10 stars. It wasn't a good show tonight. I mean, you have Orange Cassidy as your main event against a guy like, nothing bad about Lee Johnson, but I would have put Bandito and Roosh in the main event. Why was that not the main event? Tony? You need me to come down there and freaking tell you how to book the show? Because you can't book for shit, dude. Call me. Hit me up on Twitter. Come on, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to DM me, dude. The real Tony Khan, not a fake-ass fuck account. Because actually, Elon Musk is doing away with that. So if you want to do a parody account, you have to have parody in your, I think, in the title of your thing or in the bio. Some weird stuff that he's doing. If you want a blue check mark, you got to pay $8. Why would I want to pay $8 to a freaking douchebag like Elon Musk? I'm happy he owns Twitter now. I'm happy about that, but some of the things he's doing is just scratching your head a little bit. He's doing away with spam, I think, posts or something like that. That's kind of cool. I think Facebook. I got a notification from Facebook, but it's for they're taking spam comments out of group posts and shit. I'm like, that's stupid. So Zuckfuck can't even run his fucking company right. He's in the same boat as Susan. See, if Susan wanted to make YouTube great, like everybody would love YouTube, then make a lot of changes. Like, stop having these fucking trolls make 6,000 fucking fake accounts. Get a break from Google. Give us back what we want. Now, freedom. Get these people who dox and harass people and do all those other shit. Get them out. IP ban some people. That's what they really should do. IP ban people. But that'll never happen because Susan's a fucking whack job. And her team of monkeys is even worse. There's no actual real person at YouTube to fucking save us from this shit. They have an automated system that half works, half doesn't work. But still, probably like the #1 video sharing site on the internet. Until there's a new #1, people are gonna still be on YouTube, or if they just had enough, I'm getting to that point, they'll go to Twitch, they'll go to Rumble, they'll go to Tumblr, Dailymotion, BitChute, or whatever else is left that's, might have better laws and restrictions on videos and trolls and shit like Twitch has. Not that I'm gonna ever go to Twitch and do videos on Twitch. I mean, I am on Twitch, but I just use Twitch just to watch Adam Cole Baby and various other people I watch on Twitch once in a while. But I only use Twitch once for a video, and the video's not even there. I don't know what I did. I used StreamYard, I made it go to Twitch, and it's not there. So I did something wrong. And I'd love to go to Twitch, but somehow something wrong with my computer, my memory in my computer doesn't take the bandwidth, and I'm having problems as it is with that fucking thing. But it is what it is. All right. That's it. I'm done with this fucking review. All right, so that's it. So 6 out of 10 stars for Rampage, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Smackdown, the better show of the night, in my opinion. And that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. And don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel, this channel, and my other channels as well. Show me your love and support. And follow me on social media if you're a person. If you're not, get the fuck out of here. Go play with yourself or your fake friends. Go jerk off to them. They're gonna help you much because you've been jerking off to me for 13, going on 14 goddamn years. And you love it, you want more of it, and you love how my dick tastes and you goggle my cum. All day long. 24/7, 365 for 13, almost 14 years now. You gotta love it. So I'm not stopping. Whether you like it or not. You're not the boss of me. I decide when to leave. You don't tell me. And if you don't like it, too bad. Go do your hour-long fucking boring as fuck reaction videos. That really go nowhere because half the time is half dead air. Get to the point! How am I supposed to take it seriously? Like, seriously! Get to the point. Don't waste 5 minutes of dead air like I usually do, but at least I get to the point eventually. But I digress. And personally, I'm not even really even watching some of it. I mean, somebody was sending me, I'm like, I really don't care about this, so I'll watch a little bit of it just for shits and giggles. Because, I'm tired and maybe I need to go to sleep, and I'll watch an hour-long freaking reaction and put me to sleep. This will probably put you to sleep, but at least it'll make you look good. Make me look good, but I digress. But thank you for watching. And you say I only get one person watching. That's why I hit 6. Now it's back at 3. Because you are watching me. Because you love me so much. Suck it hard, baby. Suck it hard. Let's go for 14 years. Come on. We're gonna go until you just get sick of me. Eventually, you will, and you won't be watching me anymore. I don't care if I have 0 people watching, but I have my friends some of my friends that don't watch me. Even if it's Real Rally Sport Rally, he'll be there. Or just some random people that are sold to my channel for 2 weeks if they're not blocked. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm just doing this for me. I'm not doing it for you people. I'm just doing it for me. I don't care how many people watch my show. If it's just one person, at least one person watched. Or it's 6 people, or 10 people, or 15. But eventually I'll take that sub-only mode off, but then, you know, I have half you motherfuckers with your fake accounts come back in. I'll just reblock you every fucking time. Until you get to the point, get through your fucking no-brain, thick skulls that you can't and will never shut me up. Or the prophecy, or whatever it is. And it's still real. You think it's fake, it's not. Oh, you just got it. Rosemary said you just called it a prophecy because Rosemary liked your tweet. Wrong. I named the prophecy even before Rosemary even said the prophecy in one of her promos. She didn't have to like my tweet. She just came out of the blue and liked my tweet. Said prophecy rules. Here's a like. Run with it. I'm like, okay. But I named it before she even thought of saying something about like a prophecy-like line in one of her promos. I just took the Gilmore Armada and changed it to the prophecy. I didn't need Rosemary. Like, I didn't need Janetti. But at least Rosemary gave me her stamp of approval. Even though I had members that I threw under the bus. That really should have never been members, but it is what it is. I move on. I got better friends now. Better real life friends and real friends on this website and off this website too. You don't believe me? Then don't. I don't care. You want to call me a habitual liar? Well, I might be an habitual liar, but at least I'm not a bitch like some of you people are, crying and complaining.
Oh, he made a privacy complaint about me. He did a copyright check.
Womp, womp, womp. Go cry to somebody else. Don't cry to me. Just take my name out of your fucking videos and keep my name out your fucking mouth. Like Will Smith said to Chris Rock. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Okay, Will Smith. I'm not. But it is what it is. You can't move on, then you're just gonna have really bad problems when you get older, like my age. I'm 40. I'm about to be 46 in about 6 weeks. I don't need any more of this godforsaken bullshit anymore. I don't need it anymore. Trying to live my life and get away from half you people. But some of you people just cannot let shit go. And you say that about me, because I come back to you, and it's a back and forth thing. When is it going to end? Somebody's going to have to end it, like the Bloodline storyline, and somebody's going to have to end sometime. I'm not throwing the white flag up, but I'm moving on. You want the win? Here's your win. There's your win right there. Take your tainted win. Go fuck yourselves. Adios, bitches. Go fuck yourselves going into 2023 and beyond. Some of you are like in your 30s, like close to your 30s, or in your 30s, or getting close to your 40s, or some of you are old as fuck men. What are you doing on this godforsaken website? I'm 46. I'm old, but I don't look physically old. I look like I'm 26, and I look good for it. But eventually, I'm gonna pack up things pretty soon. I don't want to be on YouTube forever. I'd love to be, but I got other things I want to do eventually. Retire, move to California, Texas, Mexico, Florida, wherever. and live out the rest of my days with the missus or whoever it may be. Most likely will be with the missus, but it is what it is. What do you want me to do? But you can't move on, then you got problems, and I think you need to go to an asylum, or you need to be locked up and get shock therapy or something. Grow up, please, for the love of God. I'm asking nicely. I'm trying to grow up. I'm trying to move on and getting close to 50. I don't need this to be talking to fucking kids. That's what you are, kids, boys. You're little boys. Tiny little cocks, no brain. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna be who I want to be on this website, and nobody's gonna tell me how to be. You don't like me? Don't watch me. Move on. Do your own thing. Distance yourself from me, from what you're doing right now. I don't need half of you people. I really don't. I know there are a lot of good people on the bus, like those people. I'm not going to name them. I don't need to name them anymore. But I learned to forgive and forget, like I did my video last night or whatever it was. Forgive and forget. I'll forgive them for, the stuff they said about me, but I'm moving on from that. Let them do their own thing, distance themselves from me. Eventually, maybe if they have a heart, like the Bible says, forgive people for their sins. I know I committed tons of sins, but I know the good Lord is a good forgivable God. He's a great God. He'll forgive me of my sins with faith. I'm not preaching to the choir like I found God, found Jesus Christ. I'm not using religion as a crutch here, like some people think I am, but I'm not. I'm going to fix myself. It's just gonna be it's a tough road right now. I just started, Give me some fucking time and some credit, god damn it. Oh, but you're gonna go do the same fucking thing in 2023 you've been doing the last 12 years, blah, 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 blah. So if I fall off the wagon, I fall off the wagon. I'll pick myself up and continue on the road. Like I said, you don't have to watch my show. But you will, because you goggle my cum and suck my dick for so long. But that's all I gotta say. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to bed. I got things to do this weekend. So I'm gonna go do that. While you do your fucking shit that nobody gives 2 fucks about. Go to your lame ass fucking job that we can get $15.75 an hour or whatever you make an hour on the weekend. Go do your fucking job. Go play with yourself and your tiny little wangs and stuff. Go have fun. Go do videos. I don't give 2 shits, so I'm going to be doing what I got to do. Spend some time with the missus this weekend. God damn it. That's all I got to say about that. So thanks everybody for watching, and to all you people who still obsessed and watched anyway. Thank you so much for your free view. Assholes. But I digress. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peter Gilmer signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your coot. And, well, if you don't like my outro, you don't like my intro, I'm going to say it every single time until you get sick of it. And I know you're going to get sick of it. I hope you get sick to the point you gag. And pull your own piss and vomit. Because if you're not down with me, you're not down with my group, you're not down with my real friends in real life and online on this great website, big ups to those great people there. Don't put up with that bullshit. If you're not down with that, that's just too fucking bad. Because you're gonna, like Ric Flair says, learn to love it. You may not like it, but you must accept it. And if you can't accept that, then I got 3 fucking words for you. Fuck you, man. If you don't know what that means fuck off and go fuck yourself. Well, that kind of makes the same thing. Whatever. But you don't like me, fuck you, man. Go fuck yourselves. Go rot in hell for the rest of your fucking life. Adios, bitches. I'll see you when I see you.